Thank you so much, first and foremost, everyone, for coming, and welcome to Mountainside Ramsey. We're so excited to be here, and so excited to just be expanding our services into northern New Jersey. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Matt Blomquist, and I'm the New Jersey Business Development Associate for Mountainside Treatment Center. So I cover pretty much New Jersey and south from here, and I know quite a few of you folks. And for those that I don't, it's so nice to meet you, and hopefully we get to connect later. So this is our first virtual open house we've ever had to have, but we're excited for the challenge, and we thank you guys for being a part of it. So just a couple quick notes for the agenda that we're going to go through today. So first and foremost, of course, I want to give you guys a tour of the facility and show you the new space. And as we're going along, I'm going to pop into some of our offices so you can meet with some of the staff here at Ramsey. It'll give you an opportunity to learn a little bit more about the services that we're going to offer, as well as meet some of the staff and learn a little bit more. So I want to make sure that everyone knows at the end of our tour, we're going to have small breakout rooms for people to have the opportunity to get to know each other and network. And then we'll also be able to answer any questions at that time. So a lot of folks in previous open houses that we did earlier today will have questions that they want to ask to the presenters. So these are good space to be able to ask those questions to the presenters that we have. They'll all be in an individual room, and you'll have the opportunity to bounce back and forth as we go along. So as I get started, I want to go through a couple of slides here, and then we'll get going on the tour. All right, so again, for those of you that don't know Mountainside and aren't too familiar with us, we're a nationally acclaimed drug and alcohol treatment center that offers a full continuum of care, from detox, residential, extended care, all the way to our virtual offerings and outpatient. We kind of do it all, and we're so excited to be bringing some of that stuff here to New Jersey. So we've been around for 23 years, and we've helped over 17,000 individuals get help who need treatment. And we do it in a truly unique way. What Mountainside brings to addiction treatment is truly unique, and we think very special. And some of those ways that we do that is through our warmth and compassion, our extremely highly individualized care, and a focus on total wellness. I like to focus on the piece of our 0 to 365 approach. So we really like to look at, again, when a client's with us for 0 to 30, 35, 40 days in our detox and residential, it's certainly a great start, but we really want to look at that first year following when someone, discharges from Mountainside, whether that's in our continuum or continuing somewhere else. We try to stay in touch and continue to follow them for that first year to really help them get that. And it's one of the avenues that we have that's unique to the treatment industry, but it's just another piece that, makes us who we are. So we were founded 23 years ago up in Canaan, Connecticut, up in the Berkshires, way in the northwest corner of the state. It was our first location, and now we've grown to 6 locations across Connecticut, New York, and now New Jersey. So in Connecticut, we have our main campus up in Canaan that has detox, residential, men's and women's extended care, and outpatient services as well. And then we have Wilton, Connecticut, which offers outpatient treatment as well. New York, we have 3 locations. We have our New York City office, we have Chappaqua, New York, and we have Huntington, Long Island. Our New York City office is very, very cool. It's a newer space that we got within the last year and a half, right in Chelsea. And so it's kind of our recovery hub, is what we like to call it. So it's a place where people can come and hang out in normal times, pre-COVID, and we hope to get back there soon, where people can come and play games, and we have pool and foosball and ping pong and arcade games. And then on the second floor, we offer recovery coaching. And our recovery coaching offices are headquartered out of there, but we have satellite coaches in all of our outpatient locations. And then on the third floor in that building, we do a ton of free community events, CE trainings, a ton of virtual offerings that is just really, really cool for the community. And then our last, and why we're all here today, is Ramsey, New Jersey, where we're going to be doing outpatient. So this slide, I like to talk about how important this is to us. It's something we're really, really proud about. So reading word for word on the slide, according to the data from the National Association of Addiction Treatment Providers, of its members, only 23 centers boast a dual accreditation status, and Mountainside is the sole treatment facility in Connecticut to meet this stringent criteria for both the Joint Commission and CARF International. So for a long time, we had CARF, and then we got Joint Commission, and then we were one of only a few treatment centers that had both accreditations. Then within the last couple of years, we received ASAM 3.7 certification, and now we're only one of 3 in the entire country to hold all 3 at the same time. So we're extremely proud to be able to say that, and it's just something that, again, goes to, show the quality of care that we provide. All right, and now our staff here at Mountainside Ramsey. So you guys are going to all have the opportunity to meet with these folks. They're going to speak a little bit about their respective departments and kind of the services that we're going to offer here at Ramsey. So first and foremost, Boris Ingberg, he's our Regional Director of Outpatient Services. So Boris oversees all of our outpatient locations. He certainly has his hands full managing all of those locations, but does an amazing job and is going to oversee Ramsey as well. And then we have Alexandria Lanza, who's our Director of Substance Abuse Counseling Services. So Alexandria clinically is going to be running the show here in Ramsey, and certainly will be available to answer any questions that you guys have going forward clinically. And then we have on the psychiatric services, we have Dr. Randall Dwanger. He's our Chief Medical Officer at Mountainside. So he oversees all psychiatric medical within Mountainside's continuum of care. And then lastly, we have Jason Arsenal, who is our Director of Recovery Coaching. And we will offer that out of Ramsey as well as all of our other outpatient locations as well. And now that we've covered that, let's do a little bit of the tour. Funny seeing you guys all here. Didn't expect you so soon, but now that you're here, Dave, if you'd like to give us a quick view of the entryway lobby here. So this is where our clients will come in. They'll be able to check in for their appointments, wait for their group times, and then check in with our administrative assistant up here at the front desk. And then right when you're kind of walking into the facility, it's where we go right into our group rooms, group room 1 and group room 2. So if you want to kind of give them a view there, Dave. So again, this is where we're going to be offering all of our groups for IOP, outpatient, small groups, just a very comfortable, clean setting for them to be able to have a private space and do their group therapy. So right on back out this way. Perfect. And here's our next group room. Again, identical to the first, but again, another small group that we'll have, group room that we'll have available for group therapy. You want to do once more just to show this angle back here? Perfect. So beautiful space, amenities and the like are just, it's extremely comfortable. It creates that homey feel for when clients are coming to us for outpatient. So I'm going to walk you guys back this way down in the hallway. When we go back in this section, this is where our private offices are for therapy, for family wellness, for recovery coaching, and we'll take a little bit more back there. So right back, whoa. In case anybody wanted any infused water, we have some infused water right here. What do we have today, Dave? Oh, we have hibiscus and honeydew, a Mountainside specialty in case anybody's thirsty. And in our first office right here, we have Boris Ingberg, who's going to tell us a little bit more clinically about Mountainside, as well as some of the reasons why we came to Ramsey, some drug and alcohol statistics. And yeah, so I'll turn it over to Boris from here.
Thank you, Matt. So my name is Boris Ingberg, and I'm the Regional Director of Outpatient Services. And I would like to personally welcome you to Ramsey. Also, there's just something came off right off the hot right off the press, is that Ramsey just received its Joint Commission accreditation. So we're very excited to break the news. It actually happened today. So it's a beautiful synergy of us opening up and being accredited. So just to touch base on the impetus, why are we here and why at this time? It's actually two things. In Northern Jersey has been sort of an issue going on with substance abuse, with with the opiate crisis, and with mental health. And I want to turn over to mental health to take a look at some of the statistics that we're seeing. So in June of 2020, statistics demonstrate a threefold increase in sort of people reporting symptoms of anxiety. And we can also see almost a 4-time-fold increase in symptoms of depression for those reporting from 2019 to 2020. And last year, over 1.5 million individuals took a survey, a mental health survey, which highlighted a staggering increase in people experiencing depressive symptoms, specifically depressive symptoms and suicidal ideation. Loneliness, isolation, a history of trauma, and relationship problems have been noted as the top contributors to the growing mental health crisis. During COVID, we have seen a significant rise in consumption of alcohol. Stores, as you can see on the slide on the left, the brick and mortar stores have seen a 26% increase in sales of alcohol, but the online retailers have seen a 477% increase in their sales. Of note, people are not just purchasing more alcohol, they're also buying larger quantities, as you can see on the right-hand side. Turning over to the opiate crisis, what we have seen is a significant rise in the opiate crisis as well. In 2018, the death from opiate topped at 2,583 individuals, and I'm stumbling over these words because these are large numbers. This is a lot of individuals, and overall, in terms of all of the drugs consumed, all the deaths from drugs are at 2,900. And moving on to the next slide, what we're seeing is, and this is also sort of a staggering. We can see the trajectory of the fentanyl steadily increasing from 2016, 2017, and at 2018. These are very large numbers and very scary. Moving into New Jersey and specifically Bergen County, we have seen an almost doubling of the death rate from 2012 to 2018. And this is just some of the background of why we're here and what was sort of bringing us into North Jersey. And on this note, I'm turning it to my colleague, the Director of Substance Abuse Counseling in Ramsey. Take it away.
Thank you, Boris. Welcome, everyone. So I am Alexandria Lanza. I'm the Director of Substance Abuse Counseling Services here in Ramsey, New Jersey. Very excited to be here. So in light of what Boris was just saying, in light of the national mental health crisis and increasing substance abuse pandemic, we've opened this outpatient treatment center in Ramsey in hopes of reaching more clients and families in need of individualized treatment and an unsurpassed level of care. So we understand that it's difficult to take time away from family and work, school, life obligations to focus on addiction treatment. And that's why Ramsey's Outpatient Center is offering a convenient and effective solution. We offer flexible hours and currently offer telehealth service. That being said, all Mountainside Outpatient Centers are offering the telehealth services. However, Ramsey is also offering a unique in-person experience during this time. We understand that many clients prefer the benefit from in-person treatment, and we're happy to announce that we will be able to provide that here in New Jersey. Our goal is to fit quality addiction treatment seamlessly into our clients' schedules so that it can be integrated into their regular daily routines naturally. We also aim to support local communities through various outreach programs and events, such as educational workshops, wellness activities, and support groups. So which clinical services do we actually offer here? Our outpatient program provides individualized holistic treatment, focusing on mind, body, and spirit to help overcome addictive patterns and achieve long-term goals for our clients. Our intensive outpatient program is tailored to those who are in the early stages of recovery. This is a 7-week, 24-session intensive program focusing on increasing disease education, identifying personalized triggers, and implementing coping skills. We actually offer 2 IOP sessions throughout the week, a morning session from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and an evening session from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. to meet the needs of our clients. Our recovery maintenance group is our outpatient level of care. This is a 10-week program designed to build on fundamental recovery skills learned in prior levels of treatment. This program focuses on repairing damage caused by addiction, rebuilding trust, developing healthy relationships, and of course, establishing a sober support system. Within this level of care, clients also have the opportunity to choose from and participate in various clinical groups designed to meet their specific needs. Some of these are recovery maintenance, women in recovery, CBT for co-occurring disorders, remembrance and mourning, which is our grief group, and integrative healing. Again, these groups take place throughout various times of the day, throughout the week, to accommodate the needs of our clients. We also offer individual therapy here. These are one-on-one sessions with licensed and credentialed clinicians to help our clients process thoughts, feelings, behaviors, to gain a clearer understanding of their addictive patterns and prevent future relapse. Some of the topics that are covered in our group therapy sessions are pictured here: managing cravings, addiction as a disease, mindfulness, cross-addiction, life management, setting healthy boundaries, etc. During our group therapy, we're hoping our clients gain fresh perspectives and learn from the experiences of their peers. Then in individual therapy, we hope that they work with our clinicians to address the concerns that are unique to their specific recovery processes. So with all that being said, and all these options available, we are hoping to provide treatment for any need that comes up for our clients, to offer a truly integrative, holistic approach. I want to thank you all for coming today. I will be available in the breakout room for any specific clinical questions if you want to ask any in-depth about our clinical services. Thank you again. Matt, back to you.
Oh, back so soon. Thank you, Boris. Thank you, Alexandria. I hope that everyone was able to learn a little bit more clinically about our offerings here at Mountainside Ramsey, learn a little bit more about why we're here and why we chose Ramsey. So our next step of the tour, I'm going to take us down this hallway where at the end of the hall, we're going to offer family wellness. So we will offer family sessions in our nice, comfortable family wellness office. So down at the end of this hallway, we have the one and only Dr. Randall Dwanger. He's one of my favorites. I'm not just saying that because I've known him for a while, but he's our amazing medical director, our chief medical officer. He's going to tell us a little bit more psychiatrically about what we offer and learn a little bit more about that spec. So Dave, if you want to follow me here. So again, this is our family wellness office. And we'll turn you over to Dr. Randall Dwanger.
Thank you, Matt, and welcome everybody. So my very first job after finishing my psychiatry residency was in Summit, New Jersey, running an adolescent addiction program there. And that was in 1988. So I'm really excited to be back in New Jersey with Mountainside's program here in Ramsey. As Boris mentioned, we're in the midst of a mental health crisis in this country. The prevalence of co-occurring psychiatric disorders in persons with substance use diagnosis is estimated to be between 50 and 70%. At Mountainside, we're focused on treating the whole person, and that includes thoroughly assessing each client for underlying or coexisting psychiatric problems. The psychiatric provider is an integrated part of the treatment team, complementing and supporting the clinical team and the client in meeting his or her treatment goals, regardless of whether it's in the IOP, the recovery maintenance, or in individual therapy. The services we provide, each client is seen by a psychiatric provider early in their Mountainside treatment experience for a comprehensive psychiatric evaluation to assess his or her unique situation and story and determine whether there may be a co-occurring disorder such as anxiety, depression, other mood or attention problems, or trauma-related disorders. When indicated, medications are prescribed and managed by the psychiatric provider to assess for efficacy, compliance, side effects, and complications or interactions that might hinder recovery. And we also do toxicology screening, breathalyzer tests, and urine toxicology tests to assess for the presence of drugs or alcohol and to help reinforce the client's abstinence and commitment to sobriety. I'm happy to answer any questions in the breakout rooms, and I'm going to hand it back to Matt. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Dr. Langer. Hopefully you guys were able to learn a little bit more psychiatrically and medically, some things that we're going to cover. So the next step here, I'm going to take you down the rest of this hallway. So all along in the back here is where we do all of our private therapy, one-on-one sessions, and our clinicians will be working out of. So I do want to show you one of those offices and what they look like. If you'd like to head into this room right here, this is one of our private therapy offices. Again, we're going to have multiple clinicians. We have the wonderful Alexandria with a beautiful view in the background. And then right across the hall, Dave, if you'd follow me over here, we have our exam room for, of course, examination is needed, psychiatric, medically, have our exam room. And then down at the end of the hallway, we have this beautiful, beautiful space. It's our recovery coaching office. So another amazing service that we offer here at Mountainside is recovery coaching. Dave, if you'd like to pop in here, give a quick tour. And there's Jason as our director of recovery coaching. Again, this space here is going to be used for one-on-one individual meetings with our recovery coaching clients. And we will let Jason take it from here to tell you a little bit more about the recovery coaching program.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jason Arsenal. I'm the director of Mountainside's Recovery Coaching Department. I'm a person in long-term recovery. I'm also proud to say I'm an alumni of Mountainside Treatment Center. Thank you for joining us today. I'm really excited to tell you about Mountainside's recovery coaching and how we are able to work with individuals in a peer-based role. We have a team of dedicated recovery coaches that are all certified through CCAR. Right now we have 10 full-time recovery coaches at Mountainside. As Maddie said earlier, we have recovery coaches in all of our outpatient offices, but that doesn't limit us to just working with individuals in our offices. A lot of the work we do is out in the community, helping clients connect with outside resources, getting them connected to outside meetings. Throughout the pandemic, we've been fortunate enough to be able to meet with our clients still in person, either in our offices or out on a hike, on a bike ride. We service clients from many different demographics. Our youngest client right now is 14 years old, and our oldest client is 78. So you can imagine how the recovery plans look quite different. We're able to meet with clients where they're at, and I think that's really important as a peer. So we work with a lot of individuals that get referred to us from referring professionals such as yourselves, individual therapists, and psychiatrists, and we get to work with individuals that are in the early stages of their recovery, that are maybe in contemplation or pre-contemplation stages. And through motivational interviewing, we work with clients to put together comprehensive wellness plans and work on goals. We do everything from grocery shopping, helping clients find apartments, integrating back into home, work, and school. Over the pandemic, we've gotten quite a few young adults registered back at school. So like I said, no two recoveries plans look anything the same. A lot of the work we do is with the family. We ask our clients to identify a family member. And what this helps us do is obviously the family is affected by the disease of addiction, and we help families repair relationship with their loved ones. And what this does is it creates an opportunity for family members to not have to manage their loved ones aftercare, and they can really work on repairing those relationships and regaining trust. We also do a lot of extensive case management. So that's weekly calls to individuals like yourselves to provide you with that 360-degree view of what's going on outside of your clinical sessions or outside of your sessions with your clients, to really help identify, and you can work on the underlying roots of the addiction. We've done an internal study at Mountainside, and we find that clients that are engaged in recovery coaching are 32% more likely to follow through with their clinical recommendations. So that's great. We, as recovery coaches, I like to point out we are not clinicians. We're here to support the work that professionals such as yourselves are doing. We really stay in our lanes, and the professionals that we work with from the outside really enjoy working with Mountainside case managers, because it actually takes a lot of those external case management responsibilities and lets us do it. So we also offer SoberLink as well as at-home oral swab drug testing. So for those clients that might be in those early contemplation stages or practicing harm reduction, we're able to really monitor levels to make sure that it's still safe. I look forward to answering any more specific questions that you might have in the breakout rooms afterwards. I'll turn it back over to Maddie. Thank you, everyone.
Oh, excuse me, back again so soon. Sorry, I was just admiring this beautiful view here in our coaching office. But thank you, Jason, for the information on our recovery coaching program. Again, it's a truly amazing service that we're able to offer remotely at all of our different locations. We have a space very similar to this in all of our dedicated outpatient programs. So we can meet if clients feel more comfortable coming to our space, they can come here. And as Jason said, they're more than welcome to go meet them out on their lunch break, go out for a hike together and do some of their coaching there. So I'm going to walk you guys back to the front lobby. And as we're going, I just want to mention and throw out there again, our facilities at all of our locations in terms of their feel and how they're laid out are truly identical to each other in terms of how they look and how they feel. And I really think it creates that sense of like being home and that continuity of care from program to program. You know, you can imagine a client leaving residential treatment, very accustomed to kind of what we do and how our facility looks. And then they walk into this facility in a completely different state, in a completely different building, but they walk in, they see the same amenities, they see the same culture, and it just kind of feels like they're right at home. So it's important to note, it's so comfortable. Our amenities in an outpatient program are second to none. So as I'm walking you back here, I did want to mention, after we're done here, we're all going to have the opportunity to go into small breakout rooms. Again, this will give you guys the opportunity to do some networking with other folks that attended the open house, as well as meet with some of our staff who's here. And we encourage you to ask questions, bring questions for the medical, clinical, recovery coaching team, if you had anything that came up along the way. So Dave, if you want to follow over one more time. Hold on. Did anybody want any more infused water? Okay, just making sure. So please use this as an opportunity to network and meet other folks. And then after, when we're done with that piece, we're going to come back live one more time and have some closing remarks and go from there. But we wanted to thank you all again for being here. We did this all virtual. We certainly hope that you guys were able to get a good idea of what it does look like at Mountainside in one of our outpatient locations here in Ramsey. And we look forward to talking to you guys a little bit more.